Eddie from Your Car Key Guys here, and guess what? We're gonna show you something cool again. We're gonna be doing the KYDZ MLB tool 2019 Audi SQ5. We've already programmed like 3 keys to this car, but everybody was asking for a beginning to end video, so we're gonna go through it step by step so that you guys understand and see actually how easy it is to get it done. So when we first worked on this car, this is the key that came with it, right here. We went in and we programmed 2 new shape fobs to that car, and everything works perfectly fine as well. So you can always retrofit or upgrade your customer to the new shaped key if they want, or you can use the same style that came with that car originally. Today, we're gonna be trying the KYDZ aftermarket key. KYDZ was the first one to come out with this tool for the MLB system. VVDI came out with it shortly after. We've got the KYDZs in stock, not the VVDIs right now. We're gonna be using a KYDZ key that we assembled here. When you open up the KYDZ app, this is what it's gonna look like. You're gonna have to install the software, and if you need help installing the software, you can just give us a call and we can give you the correct links to go to. Now you can select MLB or MQB. This is where your credits are gonna show. When you order the new MLB kit from us, it comes with 3 credits. You give us a serial number and we can get you 3 credits. They're about $15 per credit to add extra after you run out. Right now we're gonna dismantle one of the keys and we'll show you how to do the data calculation.
One thing to note is this is gonna only work for an add key situation. We're gonna take the customer's original key, pull the insert out. Now I like to use a fresh razor blade, and you kind of put it on the table or a flat surface like this against this edge. And then you find where the key is glued from the factory, and then you kind of want to work it in right in the seam. And you can kind of press hard, just be mindful that there's a circuit board on the back, and kind of work it in like this. And then once you got that corner in, I'll flip it. Same thing, put the razor against the table, work it in until you get that. Next thing, we're gonna stick a flathead or a pry tool in there and just pop it open.
They sell the little cutter thing.
If you don't have one, it'll be okay. Key cracks open perfectly.
We gotta remove a resistor, don't we? MLB kit right here, it's gonna come with a few solder-free adapters. Don't mind that. And we're just gonna pick the right one. Some are for the Porsche, some are for the Audis, newer Audis.
For this style key, there's 2.
Yep, MLB 81, MLB 82. What we're gonna do here now on the MLB tool, we'll hit the diagram. And here, it will show you all the pictures. If you're working on an MLB 81, 82, 83, Porsche. You match up your key. We're working on this. The big telltale is gonna be this resistor area here.
Yeah, right here. So it says we're gonna be removing this resistor, and we're gonna be removing...
So it's not this one. Okay, and if you have that one, you follow that diagram. If you have this one, you follow this diagram. Both capacitors need to be removed. You can desolder that little capacitor, but since this is his personal car, we tested this first. We just broke them off. Never put them back on just to see if the key was gonna work. Still works a year later, almost a year later. Yeah. I think it's just for a data calculation. Everything works perfectly fine. We're just gonna break them off with a razor blade.
All right, they just pop off. Resistor 1 and resistor 2.
Let's take a look at that. We're gonna get your corresponding solder-free adapter.
Goes on there just like that.
Also, keep in mind, you need the USB cable for this into your computer, and then you also need the power adapter that comes with it.
So you align these posts based on the holes in the board, and then you put these little clips on there and they'll hold it in.
All right, so we got our key hooked up. Exit out of that diagram. And right now, we're gonna go to calculate. It warns you both capacitors need to be removed. Refer to the diagram. It's flashing. The device has been successfully connected. Green flashing lights. And you're gonna wait for that window to close. You have our percentages going down. Just wait for this to finish. After the percentage gets to 100, it's gonna tell you that it's gonna be doing something else, uploading data to the server. So just wait to see if it's done, and then you'll have the service ID appear. All right, there. After you wait for it to finish, don't pull it off prematurely. It's gonna say it needs another 10-20 seconds to calculate, and then it needs to get the CS code, and you'll have this pop-up that comes up and says calculate completed. To generate dealer keys, hit yes. Make sure to use the dedicated power supply. We're gonna hit enter. Okay. Now we're gonna place the aftermarket key onto the tool.
Just put the aftermarket key right on top like this. You'll see the little coil.
So on this screen, when you hit identification, it's gonna show you if the key is locked or unlocked. When you take a locked Audi key here, it's gonna say locked. Here we have state, KYDZ key, uninitialized Audi Touareg high. We have high and low type. High is for full comfort access cars. Low is gonna be for not full comfort access. After we get the identification, you just click the generate dealer key button and you can see all the updates right there. After it's done, you're gonna get the successfully generated dealer key and we're gonna go out to the car and we'll show you how to sync it up with the phone. Here's the Audi we're working on. This is all you need. Download the app on your phone, KYDZ app. We got the OBD plugged in. We got all the keys here that we need to put back into the car. So it's gonna be a total of 4 to this sucker. That's the KYDZ app. We're gonna hit 5M OBD. Make sure you got your Bluetooth on. Turn on the ignition. There's the dongle we're gonna connect to. All right, at this point in the video, Yuri's phone connected to his car's Bluetooth. So basically, I'm doing a little voiceover. We just select MLB. We proceed with the steps. It's reading the data, and you can see here that he already has key 1, 2, and 3 synced to his car, and we're gonna be adding in the 4th one, and we're gonna be hitting learn key, proceeding to the next step. Make sure it's synced to the dongle. We had a little bit of trouble at first, had to go into the Bluetooth settings. Then you enter the 6-digit code that was calculated during the calculation off of the laptop. Keep proceeding on. You have to open the hood. It gave you a notification to open the hood. This is where you enter the number of keys. We're entering 4 because in total it's 4. He already has 3. We're doing 4. You need to sync every pre-existing key in at this moment. At this point, it tells you to put the first key into the programming slot, which in this case is the cup holder. We took the first key that we sliced open and we're learning that one in first. So we're gonna learn in all of the pre-existing keys first and then the new KYDZ aftermarket key at the end. You can do them in any order, but we just decided to do it this way. Skipping ahead a little bit, key 2, key 3, key 4, boom, you'll get a notification, everything's learned successful. And then you can take your OBD dongle out of here. Here we test all 4 keys to show you that all 4 keys are working to the car. And then right about here is when our audio comes back. I'm going to walk up to the door and open it using the comfort access. Here I'm showing you that the board that we're using is the first one that's missing the resistors that we took off with the razor blade, and that the key still works and the car perfectly starts. And then we're back to our normal mic. Super. Shut the hood. Comfort access. Works perfect on the aftermarket key. So now we'll go inside. We're gonna re-glue the key, and you're gonna be done with the job.
We're gonna cut too.
We're also gonna be cutting the emergency key. We're using the Condor. Go to Audi, select all key blanks, and you can search through them. It's cut here, also cut here on the side. 2 options. One has 3 cuts going down the side. The other has 4. This one has 4. B side, it shows you right where to put it. This is where you're gonna cut the sides. When you hit B side, the image changes. When you hit C side, the image changes too. A side, let's go decode key. So after it decodes, it's telling you that it's doing an automatic calculation of the side bitting. It's pretty cool. It's just in reverse order on B and C. It tells you thin width slot, thick no slot. That's the slot it's talking about. One side is gonna have that, just like on the original. You'll have a little indent. They call it a slot. First step's like normal, just cut the front and back of it, and then we'll flip it over to the side and show you how the side gets cut. All right, once you're done cutting the front and back, you're gonna go over to the B side, A side. When you click on the B side, you can see that slot. So we'll do the B side first. It's this slot right there. On the X-Horse here, usually when you're using the B side, you're resting the key up on top, but you're gonna wanna lay it down all the way in the bottom. Clamp it down, start cutting. Then switch it over to the C side, the one without the slot, and get it cut. Boom. All the way around. Just like that.
Once we're ready to glue the customer's original key back together, just use standard super glue, and in this case, less is more. You don't want a bunch of glue all over the place on this thing. What I do is just a tiny little stream all around the key. So I'll do that here.
Just nice and light. Like that.
Put the original back cover on it like that. We like to use these kind of clamps here. Just wait 10-15 minutes for it to dry and you're good to go.
This is the key that we glued together. Can't even see the incision that you made. If you're using a nice clean new razor blade, it's gonna look just like it did. So we got our plate wall. Donate your plates. It'll go up on our wall. You done?